there is enough for every Kenyan. One does not need
to miss for the other one to get. There is an opportunity for all of us to fit in one government. And therefore, I have no doubt in my mind that we have what it takes, not just to win the next election, but to win it resoundingly so that we can drive our transformation agenda into the future. And not just into the future, into the next generation.
Listen, we have a good scorecard. True or not true? We have a good scorecard. The professor here has explained to us. We have a very good scorecard. Number two, we have a good plan of transforming Kenya. From generating energy, modernizing our agriculture, and expanding our infrastructure. We have a good plan. We need a political strategy to win the next election and to consolidate the gains we are making in our scorecard and to be able to implement our plan going into the future. And that is why elections in our party, to consolidate our party, is important, and a coalition with ODM will now underwrite our transformation going into the future. It is the reason we have asked you guys to come here, so that you can agree with us that we go back and do elections properly. Sindio? And do elections properly. And number two, that we agree with the NEC, whom we had engaged, that we pursue negotiated coalition with ODM. Finally, our MCAs have asked three things. Number one, they asked us that they want independence of the county assemblies. I have signed the law, the bill into act. The only problem that is waiting is, as was explained here by the leader of majority in the National Assembly, we must rework the budget. And it is not possible, Kiruga. I know you said it must be done immediately, which is okay. We see your passion for it. But we will make sure that we do it in the next budget cycle. We will now separate the budget for the county assemblies from the budget of the county executive, so that the county assemblies can become independent. Are we together? It is just by operation of law. If it was possible for us to do it faster, we would have done it. But you know, those processes take long. So just my assurance to you, the law has been passed. We will make sure, because we have the majorities in both houses, we will make sure that we implement the autonomy of our county assemblies as per our commitment. We agree with you that we also need to implement the suggestions on pension. We want a governor, an MCA, or a speaker at the county assembly. When they do their 2 terms, at least they have a pension. Because many leaders, when they get out of office, they go straight into squalor. Because the job we have is thankless sometimes. Yeah? You are a leader. Ukiamuka, unaamuka na watu. Unalala na watu. Siku yenye umekosa kiti, unaenda ukiendanga. So, we must secure that so that people who have occupied leadership positions do not become a disgrace to themselves and to the communities they represent. So I want to assure you the instructions of this council to the executive and to the legislature is that we expedite that exercise. And the two leaders here, mutuambie, hii maneno tunaweza kumaliza lini? In the next, what? Can we give it 90 days, 120 days? The budget process. Okay, so let's do this. Because it involves money, and we have agreed that as a council, we model it the way members of parliament wanafanya. It is contributory. Sindio? The same way the one for National Assembly and the Senate is contributory. So the MCAs also want to, it to be the same as the one for members of parliament. Let it be contributory. And by the next budget, we must implement the pensions for our county assemblies, speakers, and governors. Tumekubaliana hiyo? Sindio? And we want it to be reflected in our resolutions. That is what the... and then number 3, we have also... we have also recommended that the NATCO report be expedited. The two houses should expedite the NATCO report so that NGCDF is properly secured in the Constitution, that the oversight fund of Senate is also protected in the Constitution, and the National Government Affirmative Action Fund by our women reps is also put in the Constitution. And number 4, our ward fund is also secured in the Constitution. That forms part of the resolution of the National Governing Council. And it is now, once the National Governing Council resolves, it becomes an instruction. Sindio? Once it is resolved by the National Governing Council, it becomes an instruction to the executive and to the legislature to make sure that it is implemented. Tumekubaliana? Tumekubaliana? Now, I want to ask Mr. Mwaura, who is the chairman of our National Elections Board. Can you do a 2 or 3, maximum 5-minute presentation? I'm told you have a presentation on where the elections are going to happen. Is that correct? Proceed. Oh yeah, bursary. Okay. Let me say this. We also want to resolve. You know, we had a meeting with the Comptroller of Budget, because that was the problem. We had a meeting with the Comptroller of Budget, and between the county governments, we were in a meeting with the governors and the national government. There was a requirement that the national government, because it is a function of the national government, that we have an agreement with the county governments. We have since signed agreements. The chair of education, how far are we? Just give him the mic. How far are we on the agreements? We gave you a mandate to make sure. Yes, Governor of Kericho.
Your Excellency, we have finished the signing.
Yes.
And we have done everything.
For all the counties?
For all the counties, Your Excellency.
Very good.
It's just the control of budget you are waiting.
Now, what was required between the national government and the county government, we have completed. Now it is for the controller of budget to release money for counties to be able to carry out the function of making sure that no child in Kenya is left behind or does not go to school. You will disburse bursaries. And we also want to make it a resolution of this council that we have resolved that now the process of bursaries be actualized as the agreement between the national and county government has been concluded. Are we together? Basi, can we have the National Election Board to make a small presentation for us? Ngoja kidogo. Let us just listen to this, and then if there is any other matter, we will. Can somebody write for me what is being said there? And later.
Thanks so much, Your Excellency, our party leader, the deputy party leader, PCS, party leader. I tend to believe that anybody, kila mtu ambaye alikuja amepatiwa hii kitabu UDA Grassroots Election Guide. Hakuna mtu hana hiyo kitabu. Na uchaguzi vile party leader amesema tutarudia almost 85% of our polling station, na tutarudia uchaguzi whereby there was no competition, whereby not more than 50 people voted, and whereby anybody was unopposed, and where no election was conducted. That will be 85% of the polling station. And in the first 20 counties, the counties which we did on 10th, tutarudia tarehe 7 March, na the other 22 counties tulikuwa tumefanya mbele, tutarudia tarehe 28 March. Ward election za hizo county 20 tutazifanya April 27th, na hizo zingine 22 tutafanya May 12th. Tuko na presentation kidogo which is supposed to be in the screen.
Thank you very much, Chair, and Your Excellency, all protocols observed. We invite you to grab the UDA Grassroots Election Guide. The brief has already been presented, so in the interest of time, we will just go briefly through the presentation, but we invite you to the National Elections Board desk at the back in case you would like to see a demonstration of how the voting process will be for the polling center and for the ward. So we invite you also, in case you need a template that has the number of polling centers where we will be repeating elections in your constituency or in your ward, kindly stop by at our desk and collect the template that we will send you via WhatsApp so that you can process that. So we will invite you through a short brief of the election voting process. And in case you have any questions, because we won't have time to do that here, see us at our desk and we will be able to assist you accordingly. So thank you. I will invite Shege.
How are you? I'll take you through shortly what our party leader, Your Excellency, instructed us to do. We were to elect 20 officials per polling center, which we have given them acronym 1 up to 4. There is only one position that requires one person, and this is the SIG. We have 2 members in every committee. There will be 3 people in 3 different sectors. There will be the position for religious, 3 of them. There will be another position for farmers, 3 representatives. Another 3 positions for the professionals. There are only 2 positions that require 4 people. That is the MSME and the youth. So a total of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 again plus 4 gives you 20. And I want to acknowledge what the President said, that we are having 581,000 officials. There will be 545 at the polling center level, 29,000 at the ward level, 5,800 at the constituency level, 940 at the county level. A total of that will give you 541, 280. So that is the structure that gives us what we are having right now. From there, we'll also have the ward election, 20 officials. There will be 13 ballots that the chair said we are doing that election on from 27th to around 15th May. We'll ask our members to read that booklet because it will give you what we intend to do. Then lastly, I want to ask our NGC members to take note of a change that has happened. Ballot papers, we used to elect people using ballot papers. Na ndio maana wakati ulienda Embu, watu walikuwa wanaambiwa mudhende, wa mudhende, wa mudhende, wa mudhende, wa mudhende, wa mudhende, wa mudhende, gita. Rather than us spending the whole night counting, we are giving Kenya a solution that we can implement. Thank you, Your Excellency, for trusting our party to lead the next level of a change in our election setup, where we are telling you we can do an election and in the next 1 hour, everybody will have to know who they elected. Are we together? So these are the positions that we'll have for the ward. There are 13 ballots in total. That will be the voting process. And we ask you that when you leave here, we'll give you 2 tablets. The first tablet will give you the polling center, and the second tablet will give you the ward election. Please, members, pass by the NEP desk. You'll be able to see that process. Thank you again. I want to stop there and give it back to the chair. Asanteni.
Sasa Jimmy, utupatie program haraka haraka.
Members, I will take you through the election timelines. We have the timelines for phase 3. When you're talking about the phase 3, we are talking about the elections that were done on the 10th of January. Now, the registration process started on the 21st. We're already 5 days into that process of registration, which we hope that it will close on the 22nd of February. The deadline will be 21st of February, midnight. Members, I want to take a minute to speak into the importance of registration. You realize that in the just concluded elections, we had issues because some of us submitted aspirants list at a time when we had already completed the preparation of the gadgets. Unlike the ballot paper, the digital process has a sequence. So the preparation of these gadgets actually commences when the deadline of registration takes place. On the 22nd of February and 23rd, the applicants or the aspirants will be given an opportunity to verify their details. On the 25th of February, NEB will undertake to publish the contests of the persons who are contesting and the polling centers. You realize that in the just concluded election, we were not able to do this part, which is very critical, but we want to assure you, if we're able to keep up with the timelines, this time on the 25th of February, we guarantee you that we'll be able to publish a list so that every aspirant will be able to know who they are competing against and where the election is going to be conducted. On the Saturday of March, that is the election day, we've said that the elections will open on the 8th at 8 a.m., and will close at 5 p.m. However, should there be a line that is still waiting to vote, NEB will always give time for that to proceed. The second phase is the second phase of election of the 22 counties which were previously held, and the names are there on the table. The deadline for the registration as well has been set to be 21st of February. Again, we insist that kindly let's have everybody register by that time so that then it will allow the process to proceed efficiently. On the 12th of March, the 13th of March, we will take the time to ensure that every aspirant has been given the opportunity to verify their details. On the 18th of March, again, NEB will proceed to publish the names of the contestants and, of course, the person on the website. On the 18th of March, publication of polling centers will be done so that every person will be able to know where they're going to conduct the election. On the Saturday, the 28th of March, will be the D-Day, and we shall open our polls at around 8 and close at 5 p.m. As His Excellency has said, at the ward level elections, every person who is competing for a position there will be given an opportunity on that same day to campaign. We shall register on the same date, and the elections will be conducted on the same date. So just like it has been explained earlier on, you will be given an opportunity to give your vision for the party and the vision of the government, and then whoever is going to be there will have the opportunity to vote for you. Now, for the ward election, we have a phase 1 and a phase 2. Now, for the first 20 counties, the election dates will start on the 27th of April, and we shall conclude on the 30th of April. All these counties are contained in the handbook which we have given. Then we have the second phase. The second phase is for the 22 counties which have been highlighted earlier. The elections will start on the 11th, and we shall conclude on the 15th of May. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Na kila mtu ameona, and when you go mukienda mashinani sasa, then mutangazia watu, and you participate in the election, and I can guarantee you the elections according to the party leader ametuamurisha, it must be free, fair, credible, na hana preference candidate. Hata yeye mwenyewe hana preference candidate, na ndio mliona alienda hata yeye kuchagua na achague candidate wake, na huyo candidate wake hakuna mtu alijua candidate wake ni wapi, labda hata kujua candidate wake. So everybody is to participate, and there is no preferred candidate to anybody from polling station mpaka mwisho. And that is why you find that hata ile mkutano tuko nao na next week on 4th ya aspirants, we have told all the aspirants, hata ukiwa unataka kiti ya president lipa 1,100, ukitaka ya governor lipa 10,000, ukitaka ya senator na women rep na MP 5,000, ukitaka MCA 2,500. So all the seats are open for everybody. Thanks so much. God bless you. Jani masses, na wacha tushiriki uchaguzi on 7th March and 28th March.
Thank you
so much, Your Excellency.
Tuwapige makofi hawa watu wetu wa National Election Board. Details, most of these details, by the way, friends, most of the details are actually on our portal. Ukienda hapo kwa UDA portal, you will get all those details. Na hata hii presentation ya scorecard yetu, it is available on our portal. For every member of UDA, you can go to the portal and know what your government has done on health, on education, on economy, on every other aspect that we have talked to here. And we want more and more members to participate in explaining what the government has done in the process of implementing the manifesto of the party. Let me ask my brother, before I open up for a small plenary, we're going to have a small plenary, so that if there is any issue that is still outstanding, maybe we can pick it up. But let me ask my brother Musalia Mudavadi, the MCS wamesema kuna maneno ya job group na kuna maneno ya mileage. Sindio? Maneno mawili hayo. And because Prime Cabinet Secretary represents most of the things, the connection between the political class and the legislature, most of those things are concerning those two. And also, he will give us additional information, especially to the aspirants who are coming, so that we know how to deal with them. Wana earthquake.
UDA, hoye! UDA! 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 Asante sana. Mimi kazi yangu leo ni nyepesi. Mheshimiwa Rais, Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, na wenzangu wanachama wa UDA. Kwanza nataka niwashukuru kwa sababu mmejitokeza kwa wingi ili kuonyesha umaarufu wa chama ambacho kinaongoza serikali ya taifa la Kenya. Heko kwenu. Jambo la pili, nataka niwapongeze kwa sababu kupitia kwenu serikali imepata nafasi ya kutekeleza miradi na mikakati ambayo ilikuwa kwa manifesto yetu, na sasa tunataka tuelekee kwa kiwango cha pili. Mikakati ambayo ilikuwa kwa manifesto yetu, na sasa tunataka tuelekee kwa kiwango cha pili ambayo itakuwa tarehe 4 mwezi ujao, 4th of February. Leo ni 27th. That means it's only a couple of weeks. Alafu tutakuwa na aspirants forum hapa Statehouse, Ikulu. Na nataka niwatolee kwamba kwa sasa registration ya aspirants forum ni hivi: governors 64, watu 64 wamefanya registration, wanalenga kuwa governor kwa hizi kaunti zetu 47 kupitia kwa tikiti ya UDA. Senators 98, wale wana nia ya kuwa senator kupitia kwa UDA wamefika 98. Na idadi inazidi kuongezeka. Women rep, wale wameandikisha ni 138. Wamama wamewaka. 138 wale wanataka kuwa women rep katika taifa letu. Members of the National Assembly, yani members of parliament, wamejiandikisha 640. 640. Kwa hivyo kama wewe ulikuwa nafikiri unaenda bila kupingwa, mambo imebadilika. 640 members of parliament or UDA members who have shown an interest to contest on the UDA ticket for parliamentary seats. 640 MPs. That means a minimum of about 2 people or 3 per constituency are already on record. Sasa MCAs. Remember, we have a total of 1,450 wards. 1,450 wards. We don't know what IBC will produce if they go forward with other matters. But out of that, for 1,450 wards, the number of MCAs coming forward on an UDA ticket is 2,263. Nirudie? Yes. Sorry. 2,863. All right? 2,863 are targeting to be MCAs in all our counties. And the number is still rising. Okay? Yeah. Now, if I pick a cue from where the president left, akitoka hapa, akisema you must push in the wards, I think you can see from this data that you cannot afford to lie low like an envelope when the polling center elections are taking place. Because these numbers mean competition. And these people are going to mobilize to have their campaign teams elected at those polling centers. So you have no option but to go back to the polling center and now mobilize thoroughly and get more people to register in UDA. That is what will give you an advantage. If you don't do it, your opponent is doing it, and your opponent will have the advantage. So in total, the number of aspirants as of today who are going to be in Statehouse on the 4th of February is 3,803. 3,803. I'm sure, and the portal is open. The portal is open. I repeat, the portal is still open. So most likely by the time we come here next week, perhaps this number will be twice or even 3 times the numbers that I have read today. So finally, Your Excellency, wacha niwasihi ndugu zangu kwamba in all this, one area, kwa sababu we were more local and more mambo ya hapa, taka tu niwajulishe kwamba on the international arena, the president has done a sterling job. Kwa kuweka taifa la Kenya katika pahali pazuri ulimwenguni ama duniani kwa mambo ya international relations, the president has done a sterling job. Mumeona mambo mengi, mataifa zengine visa inakuwa ngumu. Munaona mambo yanakuwa magumu hapa na pale. The president has been a source and an inspiration, and we are now regarded as an anchor state, yani taifa ambalo ni lazima ni kama nguzo kwa mambo mengi ya kimataifa. Kwa hivyo, lengo langu na ombi langu ni kwamba tuwe na umaarufu kama UDA hapa mashinani, ili nguvu ambazo tunahitaji kutoka kwa rais kwa mambo ya kimataifa zisipunguke, because we still need him and the international community needs him. Kwa mambo ya peace and security in the region hapa kwa East Africa, peace and security is necessary. Kwa mambo ya kimataifa, African Union, yeye ndio champion wa African Union kwa mambo ya reform. Ana reform taifa la Kenya, lakini pia ana jukumu la kureform African Union. Tunamhitaji kule, Afrika inamhitaji. Yeye hivi karibuni anaitisha mkutano wa France Africa Summit. Mkutano wa kwanza wa taifa la France na taifa na bara la Afrika in a non-French speaking country in May this year. Mheshimiwa Rais na mwenzake Macron wana conference kubwa hapa ya Africa France Summit na pia na business community. Hiyo ni jambo la muhimu sana, na kuna projects nyingi watazungumzia na mambo kuhusu bara la Afrika. Jambo lingine, yeye ndio chairman wa East African Community. Hivi karibuni atakuwa na summit, tena apeane sasa ushukani kwa mwenzake kutoka East African Community. Yeye pia ndio sasa mwenyekiti wa COMESA summit hiyo. Alafu tena ana summit amepanga ambayo inaleta SADC, inaleta East African Community na inaleta COMESA pamoja. Yote itakuwa hapa. So ladies and gentlemen, a strong and solid foundation for the president allows him to do a lot for Kenya and also allows him to do a lot for the nation and for the international community. So let us give him all the support, all the encouragement by being solid hapa kwa base. Asanteni sana.
Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Rais.
Thank you. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Musalia. Thank you very much, my friend. So tumekubaliana. Nataka ndugu zetu MCAs niwaeleze, Rome was not built in one day. So hatua kwa hatua, si ndio? Kuna yale tumetimiza, kuna yale tumekubaliana vile itatimizwa. Mambo yenu ya mileage na job group, you know where it is. I just want to encourage you kupitia caucus yenu, kupitia ile other CAF na wale wengine, so that we consult. The Honorable Musalia Mudavadi will facilitate so that we can engage the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. You know it's an independent organization, so that we can see how to sort you out. It is understandable that many MCAs, the job group was downgraded, and many people are not doing well. So we will see how to support you. Vile Mheshimiwa Musalia amesema, we are very proud of where Kenya is today. Kenya globally is recognized. You know, Kenya became a country that was invited to a state visit in Washington after 18 years of no African country going to Washington. Even on top of that, even the new president in America today recognizes Kenya. We became the first country to get an agreement on health. And today we have $1.6 billion over the next 5 years. $1.6 billion, not loan, but grant for matters of health in Kenya. We have the largest allocation, more than any other country in the African continent. And we are the first to be able to get that money. Nyie mnanielewa? Yes. Kumaanisha tunaelewa what we are doing. And we continue to build networks for our country to make sure that we succeed as a nation. In our midst, let me say that we have 164 senators and members of parliament in our midst. Tuwapigie makofi. In our midst, we have 910 MCAs. Tuwapigie makofi. We have been joined by, of course, those who are UDA are 811. We have been joined by another 100 MCAs from all our other affiliate parties, and we are all moving in the same direction. We have 18 governors who are here with us, and 14 deputy governors, and we are a big team here. So I think I'm going to provide space. If there is, maybe we're going to do a plenary kidogo, just to listen to a few interventions here. We will get 2 members of the Governor's Caucus, 2 members of the Senator's Caucus, 2 members of the Speaker's Caucus, and 2 members of the MCA Caucus. Sindio? Not necessarily officials, just so that, and 2 members from members of Parliament. Can we start from this side? Let us, on behalf of members of parliament, Mungatana, can you speak there? And then we will get another member of parliament, a lady, this time from this side, Mary Emase.
Thank you, Excellency. I wanted to speak on the question of UDA and ODM joining together. Your Excellency, I want to stand here and say we support, especially for those of us who come from the coast. When we started working with our colleagues who are from ODM, our focus as a region towards various development issues became much better. But the point I wanted to make, Your Excellency, you will remember the biblical story of the prodigal son and the son in the house. So, Your Excellency, as we go into structured negotiations, we, the children of the house, are very worried because sometimes the people who have been in the house, they tend to be sidelined when the other children from outside come inside. So, Your Excellency, we don't know the team that is being constituted by our party to go into those negotiations. But in as much as we support you, Your Excellency, please remember the children from the house. In the biblical story, you remember they complained. That son complained. And you know, when we see very nice ministries and everything going to the other side, Your Excellency, people worry. People worry, Your Excellency. They don't tell you, but people worry. So we just want you to constitute a team that will represent the worries of the children from the house. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Mary Emase. We are taking notes. We have heard you, Mungatana.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Mine is on aspirants. You know, Your Excellency, Kenyans tuko na tabia zetu. There are individuals out there who are interested in vying, but they are still in a wait-and-see mood, waiting to see the wave. Just for avoidance of any doubt, we want to be sure. Supposing somebody doesn't show up, doesn't register, and then they emerge sometime towards the end of the year or next year. And surprisingly, probably these are very strong candidates. Are we going to open a window for these aspirants to register, or our word here today is final, that they register before 4th, and not come to disturb us later, sometime along the way? Just that reaffirmation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think I will answer, let me answer both of them. Starting with Mungatana, I want to tell Mungatana that with all the negotiations that have gone on so far, the president is still in UDA, just for your information. I don't think there is any bigger position that you can think about than that of president. And we have made sure that we have balanced all the other negotiations, all the other positions appropriately. There will be give and take. In any negotiation, there is give and take. But as you have said, we are going to be careful to make sure that that is win-win and not win-lose. That is the position. Insofar as what Madam Emase has said, we are not closing the aspirants forum now, but we want to make sure that those who are willing to be part of this movement, we are giving them a window to come and work with us towards 2027. Of course, those of us who are already within the party, we have an advantage over those who are coming from outside. And it is up to you. You know, I see, if you are a member of parliament, for example, and I keep telling my colleagues here, as a member of parliament, if as a member of parliament today, you have a salary, you have CDF, you can access, you know, other government